There was a time in my Etsy shop before I ever started making food earrings or any other designs where I was obsessed with making these animal earrings and a little bit of some other designs too. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Brie, and I've been spending the last 2.5 years of my life selling these clay earrings on Etsy and a little bit of other stuff too, but mainly dangle earrings. Since it's been almost 3 years since I started selling on Etsy, I was really curious to remake some of the old designs from when I first started my Etsy shop and even a year prior to selling on Etsy. At the time, I had really very little experience with polymer clay. I had been doing polymer clay previously to make little ornaments for Christmas time, but other than that, I never really worked with clay previous to that. And now that it's been almost 3 years and I've sculpted almost every single day, for that duration of time, I think that there's definitely going to be a big improvement, and you'll probably be able to see a bit of differences. But now we're going to go look at some of the designs I've chosen to recreate and do a little bit of an art critique. Okay, I've got it pulled up on my computer, and the first design we're going to look at is these frog earrings. This was actually the first design I ever put out in my Etsy shop when it comes to earrings, and yeah, I would say that there's definitely been some improvement. Ironically, the biggest difference I noticed right off the bat is the eye pins. I used to just stick the eye pins into the clay with literally no support, and it was just kind of janky and not a really good design. I wasn't really sure about the wiring at the time and how the eye pins should actually go in and stay secure. I actually don't think this design is too bad. I would say that the arms are a little bit, or the frog legs, not the arms, but I would say they're a little bit out of proportion. But other than that, this really isn't a terrible design, so it's not that bad. Next is my strawberry cow earrings, and this was something I was obsessed with making as well. I can already see some major things to point out on this one. Just when it comes to the ear proportions and the clay mixing, and as well as the eye pin, and just adding the eyes. Like, there's just so many little things I'm seeing, but you know, I was a beginner, so what do you expect? Next we have these duck earrings with little frog hats, which is a really cute design. Yeah, now I would definitely, instead of painting the eyeballs on, I would definitely indent with a dotting tool and then add eyes on with clay. Now, the next earring kind of haunts me at night because this was one of the first pairs of earrings I had literally ever made out of clay, and the quality is just not there, y'all. It's not. I don't know if anyone else struggles from what I call this artist blindness, where basically at the time when you made it, you thought it was like the best thing you've ever made. Like, you're just so proud of it, and then you look back in 5 years and you're like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Major things to point out here: the eye pin design, the eyes, it doesn't really look like Kirby to me. Maybe because the eyes are just black. Like, it's like kind of creepy. This is like, I don't know. The shape of the Kirby towards the bottom of the screen is not too spherical. It's kind of wonky. And just a bit more of an oval shape than it is a circle or a sphere. So those are the designs I'm going to be recreating today, and right here you will see the sketches that I created of what I kind of have in mind. I don't directly copy all of these designs, but very similar. Okay, now let's actually get into the sculpting process. So I'm starting off with the frog earrings, and I've decided to add more to the earring design by having a flower and lily pad drooping below the frog. And instead of using just straight up green clay for this, I'm going to mix some translucent clay into it because I like the way the animal earrings look with a sort of glassy look after it's baked. To make sure I get all of the proportions correct, I'm cutting out circles that are the same size and then balling them up. This way the frog on each ear is the exact same size. I created lighter green for the bellies of the frogs, but unfortunately after baking them, the color turned out to be too close to the green of the frogs, so that was a bit of a fail. Next, I'm going ahead and I'm screwing in the eye pins right before I decide to add the eyes and the legs to the frogs. Here I'm adding an eye pin at the bottom of the frog, that way the lily pad has something to attach to. And then next I'm adding the eyes, and then I'm adding the little arms and the little leggies. They're so cute. I kind of want these frogs to have a bit of like a chubby frog look, and I think I'm doing a relatively good job at it. I forgot to mention that while I was making the frog earring design I just showed you, I'm also making the frog design with the little duck floaty, and I'm just adding the floaty on right now, and then I'm going to add the face for the duck, and then here I am putting on the eyes real quick for the frogs. Next, I'm sculpting the little daisies for the frog earrings, but I'm also going to make some of these charms for the Kirby earrings as well. I just think flowers are the perfect addition for these earrings, and it's such a cottagecore feel, which I loved and I still love to this day, but I was really in my cottagecore era at the time of making these. Now I'm creating the lily pads, and I'm kind of shocked that back when I used to make these frog earrings that I never came up with a lily pad design. I guess I just had never thought about it before, but I just thought that lily pads would be perfect for this. The final touch for these earrings are just screwing in the eye pins for the lily pad, and then now I'm going to get into the cow earrings. So for the cow earrings, I also did mix some translucent clay into the white clay as well as the pink clay that I'm adding with the white. I hope that made sense. But I'm adding pink clay with the white, so it has that like cute strawberry feel to it. And now I'm just sculpting the face, and I did make sure, just like my frog earrings, to cut out circles and then roll up into balls. That way everything would be the same proportion. You might be also wondering why I didn't show a reference drawing at the beginning of filming this, and that's because I kind of completely changed up the design of these earrings. Well, not completely, but I was originally going to add a body with this, like an entire cow body, but I decided to just do the face and then do strawberries and daisies with it. The other thing I'm changing up about this design is the mouth and the nose, and then I'm making the eyes also a lot lower on the face this time. I think this style has a much more kawaii feel to it, and it just felt right. Now I'm adding my eye pin, that way the strawberry has something to connect to, and then I'm just sculpting it, and then I'm going to be adding the holes with indents, and then I know the leaf is not supposed to be this light. I know it's not supposed to be this light of a strawberry color, but I think the pastel theme is just going to be so much more cute to go with the cow. And last but not least, we have Kirby, and Kirby is going to get a major glow up. The proportions are going to be on point. She's going to have a little daisy charm to go under her. She is just going to be the cutest earrings you ever did see. She's also going to be getting a beautiful coat of varnish on her after we bake it. I actually don't even know what Kirby's gender is at the moment, but right now she's going to be a girl. And she's also going to be getting a beautiful new set of eyes, and they're going to be gleaming, and she's going to look happy. She's getting blush. I really did choose this pair of earrings specifically to do a great before and after photo with. And by the way, I don't plan on selling any of these earrings that I'm making today, but if you do want a custom pair of earrings, you can message me on Etsy. You can also DM me on Instagram, and I can make a custom pair of earrings for you. I also do other things out of polymer clay, so it doesn't have to be just earrings. And now these beautiful earrings are off to the oven to bake for 25 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And after these earrings are done baking in the oven, we are going to varnish them. Now it's time to varnish the earrings, and today I'm going to be using Pearl X varnish, and it just leaves such a nice coat on these earrings. I wish I could use resin, but I don't even want to get into that. I only say that because there's so many precautions you have to have in order to do UV resin. Varnish is actually one of my favorite parts of making polymer clay earrings, especially with clay that is brown or red. Once you put varnish on it, it just makes it so much more vibrant, and it just brings it to life. And here I'm going to leave them to dry for 30 minutes until we assemble them. To attach all of the charms together for the tiered earrings, I'm using jump rings. I'm also going to be using a jump ring to attach the earring hook to my eye pins. And now you can really start to see how all of the earrings are coming together, and they look super cute. I never really say this, but I am genuinely proud of how far I've come with sculpting with clay. I do still have a lot to learn still about clay. There's just so many things that I plan on learning about, and also sharing some techniques I have learned with you guys in the future. Now we're going to do some before and after shots. So here are the frog earrings before, and here are the earrings after. These were the strawberry cow earrings before, and these are the strawberry cow earrings now. Here were the froggy ducks before, and here they are after. Then we have the Kirby earrings from before, and here they are now. If you're still tuning in towards the end of this video, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is my first time actually being on camera and talking to a camera, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I really want to keep making videos like this, and you guys let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the future from me. Before the video's over, if you're someone who is interested in getting a polymer clay, or you're starting out with polymer clay and you have no idea what supplies to get, where to start, I'm going to be making a video soon all about that, so stay subscribed and look out for the future video of when I put that out. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.